Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of the Block by Block series. If you're not familiar with Block by Block, it's a series where I take one of these choco boxes, ignore the colored choco boxes as they represent choco boxes in of themselves, and I will put one of these choco boxes on the pedestal and give you a series of facts based on the block or block types inside that box. So let us grab our box for today's episode, and we can get started here. And the block type for today's episode is copper and all its variants, which there are quite a few of. So let us get started with today's video and get on with it. Starting off with fact number 1. Copper blocks and copper and all the other variants of copper were added all the way back in June of 2021 in 1.17 in the original section of the Caves and Cliffs update. Fact number 2. Copper ore can generate anywhere in the overworld in the form of ore blocks. Copper ore generates in 2 batches. The first batch generates anywhere on the overworld biomes except in dripstone caves, 16 times per chunk in groups from 0 to 16 in layers of -16 to 112, being most common around the level of 47 and 48 and less common at the end of those values. The second batch generates only in dripstone caves, 16 times per chunks, in groups from 0 to 52 in layers -16 to 112, being most common in layers 47 to 48 and less common at the end once again. So they are very similar, just with minor little adjustments. Fact number 3. Copper ore can replace stone, andesite, diorite, and granite, and also tuff, but only in Java Edition, and deep slate. Copper ore blocks that replace tuff or deep slate, however, will become deep slate copper ore variants. So if you see a copper ore variant in you or a deep slate copper ore in your world, chances are that used to be a tuff block or a deep slate block. Fact number 4, and yes, you can read that correctly, that says block of the month. All the way back in June 15 of 2023, copper was somehow the block of the month. Don't know how this happened when at the time there wasn't trial chambers, there wasn't any of the fancy stuff that this block really had. It was kind of just lame, but yeah, it got block of the month. It didn't have doors, it didn't have the structures behind it, it didn't have what didn't it have? It didn't have these lights. I don't know if chiseled was a thing back then, but it had bricks. It didn't have the grates. Yeah, there was a lot missing from copper back then. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that is all the time I have for today. And if you have enjoyed, because I know I certainly have, please do leave a like and subscribe, as it helps me out a ton. And I will see you all in the next episode. Goodbye.